Hi everybody, it's time for Creative Cooking with Laura. And if you've been in my class before, you know that we love to cook a whole variety of different foods from all different countries and cultures. But today we're going to make a very classic American breakfast food with a twist. We're making basic pancakes, but we're making them into pancake tacos. And the filling is going to be chopped up delicious fruit, summer fruit from the farmer's market. And we're going to make a little yogurt sauce to go on them. And if you've been in my class before, you know what the first thing we always do is, and that is wash our hands with soap, which I will do now. If you want to do that, you can put me on pause. I'll wait. Soap is magical. It cuts through a whole lot of germs, and it's even effective against the really super germ that's causing COVID-19. And I hope that you wash your hands a lot. Now, the first thing we're going to do is make our pancake batter. So that calls for 1 cup of regular flour. And so what I have here is already a cup of flour, but I'm also going to add a ½ cup of whole wheat flour because that has a little better nutrition for us. So whole wheat or whole grains haven't had all of the stuff taken out of them, like the important husk and the other parts of the kernel of the wheat that actually do your body some good. Did you see how I measured it? I used a straight back knife and leveled it off over the sink so that it had exactly a ½ cup, because part of cooking is chemistry and you want to make sure you have the right amounts exactly to make the right reactions. For instance, to make your pancakes rise up and be fluffy, or to give them just the right flavor. The next thing we need is a ½ teaspoon of salt, which we're going to do over the sink because I'm really good at over measuring. Whoa, yep, too much. There we go. Put that right in there. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. This comes with a wonderful little trick. You see how the top of this has a little cutout? That's so that you can measure your ingredients and pull your measuring spoon against that flat edge so that you get a perfect even scoop. 2 teaspoons. Ready? Done. Now we get to sift this all together with this cute old-fashioned sifter. It has a little wheel inside it. So when you turn it, these wires blend all your ingredients together. Whoa, I almost sifted it right on my counter. I'm really good at that. I don't mind being a little messy because we're all washable, and most of our things we have are washable too. When I sit down to dinner with my son, he always brings me 2 napkins because he knows his mom. I'm a little messy. Okay, we have our dry ingredients together, and now it's time for the wet ingredients. We need to measure a 1.5 cups of milk. And I do the milk first, even though we're going to do milk, egg, and oil, because I want to be able to read exactly 1.5 cups. Whoops. Where are the cup marks? I got it. Okay. 1.5 cups. You have to really get down here to see where the lines show you your amount. Okay, then we add an egg. This is the part my kids love. They all want to do the egg cracking. Boop, there it goes. And garbaggio. The next thing is 3 tablespoons of oil. And I am using pure canola oil, which is one of the friendly oils that doesn't have too much saturated fat or anything you don't want in it. You could use melted butter. A lot of people think it's more delicious that way, but this is a little healthier. And we're going to do our frying of our pancakes in a little butter so that that flavor is something we still get, not too much. All right, I'm going to womp these together. Woo-hoo. And then, you might have guessed this, you put the dry ingredients together with the wet, and now we are cooking. We have pancake batter. For these pancakes, because we want them to hold a shape like a little taco shape, we're going to add a little extra milk because we want them thinner. If they're too thick, they'll just be stiff little discs like hockey pucks, and we do not want hockey pucks. Okay. Well, that's still a little too thick, so I'm going to do it again. Come on, let's go. Meanwhile, I should be heating up my griddle over here. So this takes 2 burners, and I'm going to put them on medium. So it's not too hot, but also gets this pan nice and warm. Okay, I put a little butter in this pan. This will melt down really quickly, as you can see. And get our griddle ready. If you want, you could also just use your own favorite big old frying pan. Boom. Come with me over here. All right, I'm going to pour out some circles. You may have already made pancakes at home with your mom or dad or sister or brother, and you probably know how you like them. Most people eat them with butter and maple syrup, but I'm going to show you today there's so many other ways to have a pancake, and they're all delicious. Yep, we're getting there. I'll put 2 more in our prepared pan. Okay. One last one's going to be small, smaller. There we go. Now, how do you know if a pancake is ready? Because it starts to look dry on the top, and because some of the bubbles that come onto the surface start to pop. So pretty soon we'll see a little of that activity, and I will show you what it's like. While those are cooking, let's talk about our filling, because we are going to have some very delicious fillings. We're going to have some delicious fresh raspberries and strawberries, and we are going to use a nectarine and a little bitty plum. These are all from the farmer's market, except this is from my friend's backyard. And we're going to make a sauce that will go with our tacos and our fruit. When you're cooking, you have to multitask. You have to keep an eye on certain things while you're doing other things. And so, let's chop. If you've been in my class, you've seen some of the ways we carefully chop. The trick is to avoid getting your fingers in the way of the knife. So I have a sharp knife here, and I'm going to make my hand into a little tunnel so that the fingernails on the outside are what faces the knife. So let's cut this little apricot. It's nice and soft, and I'll take out the pit. I like to put it flat so that it's not going to wiggle around, and then I can slice and have my fingers out of the way because they are protected by my fingernails. And I'm turning this fruit and chopping it the other direction. We're starting to have a beautiful orange fruit to add to what will be yellow, green, and red. It's going to be lovely. Oh, aha. Okay, so we are starting to see these pancakes getting a little bit dry on the edges, especially the ones over here, and we're seeing some bubbles that are starting to pop. That's what we want to see. I think the ones in the back are cooking faster, so let's make this hotter so it can keep up. I'm going to flip these now. Let's check out. Perfect. And let's flip this guy. These guys aren't there yet, so we're going to keep an eye on those. What shall we chop next? Let's do, this is a white nectarine, another one of my favorites. Okay, so we're going to put it flat and keep our fingers protected. Ta-da! This is called dicing. We want the pieces about the size of our little fingernail. So sometimes that means cutting in 2 directions. So we take a slab of our fruit and we slice this way and then turn it and cut the other way. See if that makes sense. You can kind of get a sense of the size and type of chop we're looking for. Okay, got one last one to flip here. Those are looking good. Now, another way to do this if you don't have any taco holders is just simply use an upside down muffin tin. And when I get a chance, or I'll take this guy, you simply can put it between two of those cups, and that will hold it up like this too. How about a banana? Would you guys like to put a banana in this? I would. Now there's a trick to a banana. If you peel it from the opposite end, not the stem end, it's a little bit easier to peel, and peel comes off in one swell swoop, or fell swoop, if you like. We are going to just chop the banana. I have put them into circles. My mom used to call these nickels and dimes. And then I just want to cut them in half so they'll fit within our tacos. All right. Ta-da! I'm not so sure I'm doing this as straight as I could. But again, these are some things we are going to eat, and we don't have to have them look perfect. You are not, after all, a French chef yet. There's a little part I will take out. All right, I'm gonna get a bowl for our delicious fruit. And that is becoming the filling for our tacos. Wait a minute, you say. Why do you have all those strawberries and raspberries there if you're not gonna use them? I am gonna use them. Let's cut up a few strawberries and we'll put some raspberries in our bowl too. Come on. Whoa. Okay, I told you I was messy. So as we're chopping our fruit, I like to take the stem off and then put the flat part down so that it stays nice and steady. Then I can cut it this way, and I'm making a tunnel with my fingers so that the knife is going to face my fingernails, which are tough and strong. And if I were to slip with the knife, they would hit the fingernails and not cut me. That's a better, safer way to do it. What we do next is half of a lime, juiced. Here's a half of a nice looking lime. And then we're going to put it in this tiny juicer. Squeeze. Okay. I used to have a lemon. Oh, am I looking at it? It's hiding. We'll have to go get one. One nice lemon. There it is. It's a beauty. Anyhow, we're gonna juice a lemon. Okay. And to add to this, we're gonna put a little honey in there. It calls for 1 teaspoon. So here's our honey. And we are going to add a teaspoon here. Beautiful. A little trick, oops, that's a little too much, which is probably just fine. A trick for measuring honey is to spray your measuring spoon with a little bit of nonstick spray like Pam or olive oil spray, because that makes the honey slide right out. Unlike what I'm showing you today. Although it's not a mess, it's not the best we could do. Now, I'm just gonna whisk this together a little bit with a fork, or you could use a little whisk. This is gonna make the flavors blend in our fruit salsa very nicely. So here we go. Just gonna pour it over, and it has another benefit too, which is the acid in the lemon juice and the lime juice is going to help keep our fruits from turning colors like brown. Maybe your mom or dad has already showed you that you want to sprinkle lemon juice on, you know, your fruit so that it won't become brown fruit. Oh, that looks delicious. I'm gonna get a bowl. Okay. So the pancake taco sauce takes 1 cup of yogurt. Here's some nice Greek yogurt, which is a little bit thicker, and I love it because it's a little healthier. It has tons of protein. Put a cup in there, a little extra. Okay. Then we need 1 tablespoon of orange juice. Here's a nice orange. I'm gonna cut it in half. Need a tablespoon of orange juice, and I'll just put it right in here. This is what I call freshly squeezed, like right now. Okay, that's pretty fresh. That's going right in to the bowl. And the next ingredient is, you're gonna love this, a tablespoon of maple syrup. Here's some real maple syrup. Oh man, you're gonna love it. So delicious. 1 tablespoon right in there. And we're gonna whisk it together. Hold it. Okay. Okay, now the steps would be, take your pancake, put in some of this salsa, and remember, you can use apples, you can use grapes, you can use anything you like, peaches, cherries. This is how it looks so far. But now we are going to put a little sauce on top, a little drizzle. Okay, here comes the drizzle. It's pretty thick. It's not drizzling, it's blobbing. But it's gonna be a delicious blob. All right, you guys. It's what we used to call triple T, teacher tasting time. Bear with me, I'm gonna see what we got here. Delicious. I can tell the pancake is a very sturdy and delicious type. I can taste the whole wheat, and I can taste all the fruits and the delicious extra taste of the maple syrup. I think you're gonna like it. So this could be a breakfast, a snack. This could be something you make for your family. It could be a dessert. This is a very healthy snack, and I think I'm gonna have to eat a few more of these. You've got to try it at home.